Hey, what's up, you guys? So I'm just giving you an update. I haven't came on a period yet, but I'm thinking maybe the beginning of August I will. I had the Depo in January, um, March, no April. I was technically off of the Depo because it was 3 months later. It's 3 months after the Depo. I've had two periods back to back, and the last one I had has been 3 weeks since I had it, I think. Okay, so um, I was having pains on my right side and around my stomach, and I was getting shooting pains around across my stomach or whatever. And I took pregnancy tests. I think I took three of them, and they all came out negative. So today, I just decided to go ahead and go to the emergency room because of the pains and the heaviness and things like that. I just wanted to make sure, first of all, that I wasn't pregnant. Secondly, that everything was okay. So I ended up going to the emergency room, and I did a P test. Of course, the emergency room probably is better than the digital one that we have at home. So of course they told me that I wasn't pregnant, which I already knew, but I was hoping, they just come in and say congratulations or something like that. But I ended up not being pregnant, and they checked my pee. They checked what else? They checked. I did a vaginal ultrasound, and I also did they pressed on my stomach. Now the right side of my ovaries were hurting, and this might be a side effect after the Depo. So that's the reason why I'm telling you that this might actually be something that y'all might encounter. I wasn't able to play sports for the past week or so because I was hurting. So when I went there today, they told me nothing was wrong, that I probably had a urinary tract. Well, I didn't have a urinary tract infection, but I was supposed to be, eventually having one. So they gave me the stuff for that, and then they gave me the stuff for antibiotics because they said the medicine for the urinary tract infection would give me a yeast infection. So I haven't picked that up yet, but they were saying, but I was wondering if the Depo was affected by antibiotics, like the pill and things like that, the pill, the patch. And I think those are the only two other, yeah, the implant might be. But I've been off the Depo for 3 months, so I was thinking that antibiotics might actually affect it. So it might actually heighten our chances of conceiving or anything like that. So I was thinking about it, but when I researched it, it said it doesn't affect it. But like I said, I am 3 months off of the Depo. So there's a chance that the Depo could actually be affected by there's a chance that the Depo could actually be affected by the antibiotics in some way because it might not be that much in my system. But I have been working out. We've missed maybe a week of working out, and that's because of how I was feeling. I went out there one day and I was going to go play, and it just felt heavy on my right side. Like my ovaries felt really heavy, felt swollen, and then after I got done, they were hurting. So like I said, they did a vaginal ultrasound. They took my pee and my blood. So they didn't find anything. They didn't find a cyst or nothing. So it might just be discomfort or irritation. I'm hoping that it's nothing. But the reason why I went was because I did not want it to affect us actually having, being able to conceive or anything like that. Because when I was looking and I was, like looking at people's stories or whatever, most people get pregnant 6 months after, or I would say 4 months at the least. Some people get pregnant immediately after, that's just how it is. But I had a dream last night that I wiped and I seen blood. So I'm thinking that I'm about to come on my period soon. My forehead been breaking out, and this is not normal. And so I'm hoping that I'm about to come on a period soon, and that will be I think that'll be maybe a 30 something day cycle. So it'll be around normal, and because when I used to get my period, I used to bleed really heavy. And so these periods were very light. So I'm thinking that the Depo might have actually lightened up my period. So I'm really hoping that this next one is a actual ovulatory period, and that I actually ovulate. And even if we don't conceive immediately once I start ovulating, I'm cool with that. I just want to know that my body is going back to normal, and that I'm not being affected too much by the Depo. I was reading, because I follow on Facebook, trying to conceive after Depo, that this one lady, she actually got Depo, one Depo shot. She got it in December. And so that means that she got off the Depo in March, and then she's pregnant now. So what is that? March, April, May, June, July. I would say, what would I say, March, but I'm in April, May, June, July. So that's 4 months after she got off the Depo that she actually got pregnant. And I've been off the Depo for 3 months. So I'm hoping that it actually happens next month. Today, before I actually went to the emergency room, the reason why I went to the emergency room because I was on that side of the town and I wasn't gonna go, but again, I just wanted to make sure that once we tried to conceive, that there was nothing wrong with me. I could have just not went and everything would have been okay, but at the same time, in my mind, me and him both were like, okay, yeah, nothing's wrong. You're not pregnant, first of all, because if I was pregnant, I needed to know ASAP so I could do what I need to do for that. But we both knew that, something might not be right. We might have been trying to get pregnant and come to find out you got a cyst the size of a golf ball in your uterus and blah, blah, blah. But like I said, I did x-rays. They said nothing was wrong. So we just wanted to make sure because, like I said, it took her 4 months after one Depo shot. And I don't think it's going to take us a year to conceive, which, some people might say a year seems so far away, but no, a year is not far away. In January will be a year since we lost our daughter, and that's only a few months away. Because once it hit August, my birthday, it speeds up. It's, you know what I'm saying? So I'm 3 months off the Depo, and I'm hoping, yeah, 3 months off the Depo because it would have been the 26th to be the complete 3 months. So I'm hoping that sometime in August, September, October, we get pregnant. I had went for a job interview today, got the job because the other job that I had would not fare well with my school schedule. And it's just like, you just want things to be able to work out and flow right. And come to find out some things worked out and flow right. But we are planning our lives now. Today I was talking to him about how I cannot make us losing our daughter an excuse anymore, meaning like, I can hurt from it. I can be upset for it. This is a tip for mothers that's lost their children. I can hurt from it. I can be upset for it. I can still think of her and, cry my heart out because we lost her. But at the same time, I can't make it an excuse for me holding out on life because I've done it so many times before and we end up in the same situations over and over again. I just can't be an excuse person no more. But I feel like the reason why I got the Depo, because I feel like everything happens for a reason. The reason why I got the Depo in the beginning, I know this video is a little bit longer than my other videos. I'm just kind of ranting right now. So the reason why we actually got the Depo, first of all, I didn't do research, so I thought the Depo wasn't going to be bad. I could have just taken a pill. We could have just got pregnant the next month, and that's what we wanted to do, but we wasn't ready for that. A lot of people say 6 months to a year after losing a child is when you should get pregnant, and I really feel like it's based on the person. Some people are ready automatically and they just deal with the hurt while they're in the next pregnancy and while they have their next child. But in order for us to deal with it a little bit better, the Depo actually helped out. We don't know when we're going to get pregnant, if we're going to get pregnant this year, next year, year after that. But we know that the first 3 months, we wanted the baby immediately, and that's more of mourning. It's not like we want a baby. It's more of like, I miss our baby. We want a baby. So that's just a tip for mothers out there. Some people say wait 6 months to a year. The only reason why I would wait 6 months to a year is because during those times, you get really depressed. You get really hurt. You can't do it. And if you're dealing with pregnancy hormones, you just can't do it. That's extremely hard to deal with. But I just wanted to give y'all an update about me as far as being in pain and everything. It's not like horrible pain, but being in pain and everything, and just make sure everything's okay. And thank y'all for watching. When I get my next period, I will definitely jump on here and be like, oh, I got a period. Hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be the end of this month is over in like a few days, so hopefully it'll be at the beginning of August. The other one was at the week before the end of June, and then the other one was 2 weeks before the end of June, and the other one was the first week of July, a little bit of the end of June. So 3 days of the end of June, and the rest was July. So technically, I did have a July period. So hopefully, I have an August period, and then September, and then pregnancy. Bam, right there. You know what I'm saying? But I thank y'all for watching. Keep giving me stories, because even though I know y'all just like, okay, she just want to hear our stories, there's people that's actually reading these comments, and then it helps y'all get y'all feelings out and help y'all vent. But thank y'all for watching. Peace and baby dust.